itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Hoosiers will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ohio State's offense will have first crack at this one. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. That the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Give to the running back. Finding open areas. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Power football with the run. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Now, Coach, Coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David. It's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Rides to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, but get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was
flying down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Offense lining up quickly.
How about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Perkins. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Picks up the 1st down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing them off.
Yeah, and on the other side, scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to...
Turning it on! He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
To the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's when they'll start this drive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Wants to throw. It's Perkins. Got his man on the right. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. He makes the grab. And they to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. He makes the catch at the 10. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He fires to the left side. He's got it on the outside. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Showing the arm straight down the left side.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Looking to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Scanning the field, it's Perkins. Sets up the screen. Still on his feet at the 25. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. The inside handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's it, fly. He makes the catch. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Hits the crease. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll try the run. Find finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking to pass. It's Perkins. Fires to the tight end.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. It's caught. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll let it go to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into half.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Down 2 possessions. possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high rate.
And the Hoosiers in the hurry-up. Fine play action. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll leave it with him. Gets his way for more. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Jackson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Running back searching for a hole. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the lone running back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense. And
he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make the first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They're going to ride this running back. That's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. short gain. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in here. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. The give is to Williams.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to the ground. Lowers those pads. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. Here's the handoff. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Hoosiers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The corners are walked up tight. Off the play fake. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's picked off. That's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Buckeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Looking downfield, it's Perkins. Quick completion on the out. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Unloads it left. And they're not on the same page there. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He wants a big play here late. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of pain.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll pull it, breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Got enough for the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. They might try to score again. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll try to pound their way in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part in the meat of this schedule now is coming up. You play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potential.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up. But you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.